Hello, my name is Chioma Okpara. It's always my pleasure bringing this program to you every week. Art and Leisure is a 30-minute program that plays up the beautiful side of Nigeria. The country is going through so many challenges at the moment, but that hasn't made Nigerians to be less creative. Iquo, a talented lady, has written a very beautiful poem. She titled it, Say My Name. Quite interesting. Stay.
Say my name. Whisper to me your dreams in the complete trust of a true friend. Watch me harness them to fusion. Incubate the seeds to fruits. Speak my name. Be ensnared by the mystique of my fiery calm, tearing down the icy facade erected around your heart by time's tender torture. Speak my name. Say my name and watch mystery dissolve. Navigate uncharted waters of affection. Become what you yearn. I melt in your embrace as you drown in the depth of my eyes. Say my name. No, not like that. Say it with the warmth of being's fury, wrapped in moi leaves. Watch our love burn, steady, resolute like the Iquo in the face of a storm. Say my name. Say my name with the staccato of passion and watch as I unravel all your needs. Say my name. Say my name over and over and over. As you can see, he's in the spirit. Thank you very much.
I hope you enjoyed that. I did. Now to a troupe that many of us always look forward to her performance. Recently, the National Troupe of Nigeria organized a concert to preach peace and unity. Take a look. In different Nigerian languages, they sang about peace, love, and unity. The National Troupe of Nigeria always ensures that its productions are geared towards national aspirations.
I looked at the mood of the nation because of the recent tragic challenges we had in Abuja and part of the northern states, and I believe we are all one. Where any Nigerian is decimated, I think we all feel the pain. The bomb does not select who it hurts, so we are all part of this experience, and these are songs that will emphasize our unity and emphasize peace, selected from Nigerian performers and a few other performers who are no longer alive, but who have left a very strong message for us that it's better to be united and strong than to be divided and weak.
They are not all staff of the National Troupe of Nigeria, but they came together for this concert. Oladapo Omideyi has been a conductor for about 25 years.
It was fun bringing them together and then bonding together, synergizing together to sing as one, because that's the strength of a choir, of a choral music. I rearranged the music for our purpose.
The National Troupe of Nigeria is a government agency that specializes in dance, drama, music, children and youth theatre. It was established 23 years ago.
I have association with the National Troupe since its inception. And it is very clear that from the beginning, increasingly, the National Troupe has been living up to its billings, to its statutory objectives, and to our own name as a true national organization.
Others say they spent their time well.
I was very impressed with the enthusiasm of the performers, the way it was choreographed, the energy and excitement of the audience as well, how everybody seemed to get involved with it. It was very, very impressive.
It was nice, very beautiful, very innovative and full of young, vibrant people, so it was very nice.
This performance by the National Troupe of Nigeria is a very good thing. It came at the right time because of the thing happening in the country right now. I think we really need this oneness, unity and peace.
Welcome back. Nigeria is our country. This is the only place we call home. How do we make it habitable for us all? You contribute your quota, I contribute mine. Before long, we'll be a force to reckon with. Last year, the United Nations Habitat chose 50 cities in the world to be used as examples of progress. Lagos and Ibadan were included. Another good news is that the report was launched in Nigeria, in Lagos, at Caleb University. They are all distinguished Nigerians. The world's focus is on us once again. 50 cities in the world were selected and studied by the United Nations Habitat. Lagos and Ibadan were included. The report is ready, and the United Nations chose Nigeria as a place for its launch. There are 5 ways to know a city that is prosperous.
The first pillar of that of a 21st century city is productivity. In other words, that city is efficient. It can reduce transaction costs for those who want to do business and services. The next pillar in that report is infrastructure. The third one is what we call guaranteeing the quality of life of the citizens. Of course, a city can be very productive but very highly polluting. A city can be very productive but not easy to get by. So the quality of life refers to those things that make life livable for people, in a way that both the rich and the poor can access them. Then the third one, of course, is what we call equity. Irrespective of your origin, your ethnic group, your background, your father, your mother, a city must provide a level playing ground for everybody. If you want to do business, you should be able to get into a bank and borrow money. If you want to build a house, you should have access to mortgage that's affordable. So equity is a big issue, but in this particular report, we make a detailed analysis of what an equitable city is. And the last one, of course, is environmental sustainability. In other words, a city should not just, because it's producing goods and services, be polluting, for instance.
The launch of the UN Habitat State of World Cities Report 2013 took place at Caleb University.
Caleb is achieving what it has taken some other universities several years to accomplish. We are a young institution, we're just under 10 years old. But then what this project, what this event is saying is that here at Caleb, we have men and women. We have the structure and the infrastructure, we have the personnel that the world can rely upon to carry out the kind of research that will inform policy. Caleb is now recognized as a center of research, a center of policy-oriented research with a particular focus on cities. You know, this is the only private university in this state, and this state is the state that houses the mega city of Lagos, that has graduated students in architecture, in building, in quantity surveying. So we have grounding in the environmental sciences disciplines, both in terms of the students that are produced and also in terms of the personnel that we have, professors and other researchers. And the whole idea is for us to have an institutional partnership between Caleb University and UN Habitat. They have the framework, they have the resources. We have the personnel here too because we have researchers in this place.
The Minister of Lands, Housing and Urban Development lauded the report.
This indeed is apt and a remarkable commitment to treat the city as the nexus of development activities and pay due attention to its well-being.
Lafarge, Nigeria, a giant in cement manufacturing, knows how to put his money where his mouth is. When we look at this report, it's about the world cities. It's a report on 50 cities in the world. 2 of the cities covered are in Nigeria, Lagos and Ibadan. And because it is about living conditions in cities, it's about the quality of life in cities, it is about housing in cities, you find out that it is truly connected with what Lafarge is all about. Many believe that the country has made mistakes and should work hard at correcting them.
Nigeria must come to terms with the fact that although we want to live together at the top, at the bottom, like in the traditional system, every community must have a government. And that government, whether it's urban or rural, must take responsibility for much of the living conditions of their people.
Let us use this opportunity to redirect our thoughts in ensuring that in urban planning, legal, regulatory, institutional frameworks are made to respond to the crisis facing our citizens.
In the past, the United Nations Habitat has worked with states like Lagos, Rivers, Osun, Ogun, and the Federal Capital Territory. Currently, is working with Nasarawa, Anambra, Kogi, and Zamfara states. Many other states are represented here. The Lagos state government says is working towards providing better amenities for its teeming population.
Power is a major issue Lagos is looking at. And Lagos is looking at agric because definitely people must have food. If you don't have food, then you are in trouble.
Jigawa State is on the path of progress.
We've been able to provide master plans for most of urban centers, satellite imageries for ease of work. We will be able to computerize our land management system. We're in the process of procuring a complete GIS laboratory.
Bayelsa State government wants Yenagoa to be a modern city.
We inherited a master plan, the Yenagoa master plan, which for some reasons was not fully implemented. The first thing we are doing is to revisit that master plan. We are also coming up with a new plan, which is called the New Yenagoa City Plan. And we are collaborating with a lot of agencies, local and international, to work out the new Yenagoa master plan and also to review the old Yenagoa master plan.
The United Nations Habitat is an organ of the United Nations. Its office is in Nairobi, Kenya. Every year, it launches a report on the state of world cities. Many prosperous nations see the report as a guide. Thumbs up, Caleb University. I live in Lagos. A lot has happened and a lot is happening in terms of development. Now I know what the state government is using as its guide, UN Habitat State of World Cities Report. If you doubt that, permit me to show you a place that was once abandoned. It's now a park, a beautiful one at that. Remember, you're watching Art and Leisure. Let's go to Freedom Park in Lagos. The land is 1 hectare. In the colonial era, this was where prisoners were kept. It was called Her Majesty's Prison, Broad Street. The prison was built during the reign of Queen Victoria.
This was the first colonial prison in Nigeria. It was established originally in 1872. This was 11 years after the British colonized Lagos, when they forced Tosumo to sign the Treaty of Lagos. You can imagine that when you just colonize a group of people, there will be a lot of agitation. So the prison was a tool to help suppress that agitation.
Unhappy natives destroyed it eventually.
The residents, or should I say natives in those days, kept throwing fire into it and setting it ablaze. They now imported bricks in 1885 and rebuilt it.
Legend has it that the colonial masters spent £16,000 to import bricks from England for its rebuilding, but spent £700 on education that same year. Heroes like Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, Chief Obafemi Awolowo, Pa Anthony Enahoro, Sir Ahmadu Bello, the Sultan of Sokoto, and many others served as prisoners here because of their agitation for an independent Nigeria. The late icons fought and won, and so subjugation and suppression came to an end. The prison ground was earmarked for something else.
In the 70s, already the government had allocated the site to different developers. They had broken this place into four lots. They pulled down all the buildings and divided into 4 lots and allocated to different developers. But my belief is that because of coup after coup, subsequent coups, all the allocations were revoked.
In 1999, a group of architects under the name Creative Intelligence Agency decided to embark on projects that would change the landscape.
We all decided to look at different ideas for Lagos. How can we come up with millennium ideas to improve Lagos? So different firms took on different aspects of urban regeneration, how to repair the environment in Lagos. Some took transportation interchanges, look at the transport situation, how do you take care of the traffic congestion. So they mapped out new routes, new systems of one-ways and everything. So there's a lot of research that went into it. I wanted to create a park because I felt Lagos was too congested and needed some breathing space.
Freedom Park was just an idea in 1999. 10 years later, it became a reality.
I happened to be talking to somebody who I mentioned the idea to, and she thought, oh, that's a fantastic idea. Do you still have the drawings? Do you still have the synopsis? I said, yes, I think I could dig it up. I submitted it to her, and she forwarded it to the new governor. And 2 weeks later, I was presenting the old drawings and modernized a bit, updated a bit to him. And a month after that, I was meeting Executive Council of Lagos, the EXCO, who approved the project.
Theo Lawson designed and built Freedom Park. He had the onerous task of turning a once-upon prison into an art center.
You can imagine what we found here: abandoned cranes, abandoned equipment, building construction equipment, heavy construction equipment had been abandoned for so many years.
So there was no structure, there was nothing?
They pulled down everything, but was just bush, and had been a refuse dump for 30 years. The idea was to make an imprint of the old prison without rebuilding everything, but just tell the story of what was here before. This was a female prison cell. This area, this is where the female prisoners were. You can see that wall there. There's a broken wall there, which goes right across here, and there's another wall. You can see the wall in the pond there. See the wall in the water. Yeah, that was the compound. So this area here was that female compound. There's another compound. Then there's a kitchen compound,
This used to be the female cell in the prison, but it's now the amphitheater. Film screening, short dramas, basically that's what happens here. The prison had 3 blocks of cells. This is Block A, the Block B, it's on the other side, and Block C. And the Block A had 52 cells. And this is the 52 cells. And this shows the exact size of what the prison cell used to look like.
This for one person?
Well designed for one person. Right now it's basically used for exhibitions, like an exhibition booth. Then there's Wi-Fi within the premises for people that just want a very relaxing atmosphere. They want to read or they want to do stuff on their system. So it's free. They just come in after the regular gate fee to come into the park. They get a booth, get a chair, and they can read. Here used to be the kitchen. This building here used to be the kitchen of the prison, but now it's the food vendors, our restaurants, it's our bar. You see, we have like 5 different outlets here. What we try to do is we try to get different kinds of food so that you have varieties. We have the Chinese restaurant, Chinese restaurant is right there, the vegetarian restaurant, then the Grubs. Grubs does the chicken and chips, pizza and all of that, then the native kitchen.
What do you do here?
This is the hospitality area. It used to be the hospital. If you see the red mark, the red line on the floor, yes, here, that goes round. That was where the building of the hospital of the prison used to be, the very location. So, but now it's now the hospitality area. We do entertainment, live band, short dramas for our patrons. If you look around, you see different sculptures donated by engineer Shilon.
Mrs. Shilon.
Yeah, Mrs. Shilon, yes. Just to complement the artistic part of the park. The same building is Kogi's Galleries, Kogi's Harvest.
It's named after Professor Wode Soyinka?
Yes, please.
Okay. Is there any story around this place?
No particular story around it. It was part of the warders' quarters. The stage used to be the gallows, and behind it used to be the cells for the condemned prisoners. All the condemned prisoners are always behind the cell. Then when it's time for their execution, they bring them on to the spot and hang them. And this is also supposed to be the standing point. They just remove the base of whatever they are standing on. So this just symbolizes that. It's now the stage. It's no more the gallows. We don't kill here anymore. We celebrate people. We celebrated a lot of the international, local artists on the stage. We talked about having 3 blocks of cells in the premises when it was a prison. The skeletal structure was a Block B, and this was seen here is a Block C of the prison then. If you look at the demarcations of the iron bars, you still see that it's the actual size of what we saw in Block A. So it's still a replica of what's. It's just he didn't just want to build structures all over the place, but he wants to give an idea of what was where at the time. The museum used to be the records office, where when they bring the prisoners into the prison, to the premises, that's where they get their details, give them their uniform, and throw them into the cell. But now it's a museum. The idea was, when excavating, was to get stuff from the prison. The architect thought he was going to find stuff of the prison when they were constructing, but unfortunately they didn't find anything.
Freedom Park was commissioned in October 2010, but it wasn't open to the public until the following year. 2011 was for test run, and a gate fee of 200 naira was introduced in 2012. Lagos State government financed this project, but it's being managed by a private firm.
Essentially, we're trying to promote the arts. We want it to be a place of self-expression, artistic expression.
Guided excursions are offered by the management. Freedom Park offers rich history and relaxation. Nice to have you back. So make out time. Take the entire family to Freedom Park. You see a lot and you would learn a lot. Well, that's been our offering today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, join us same time next week for another rich edition. My name is Chioma Okpara. You can visit our website to watch more episodes. www.artandleisure.com.ng. Love yourself. Love Nigeria.